Hello all and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing an updated retie. I feel like it's been quite some time since I've done one last, so I just wanted to do a newer one. Everything is still the same except this time I did use a different product. You know I love my twisting gel by Natural All, but I wanted something a little bit lighter just to test it out, and I must say I'm really liking it. If you are new here, I do hope you subscribe. Once you subscribe, you join the pride, and we're just all lioness and lions embracing our beautiful manes. So once you subscribe, you join the pride. And for all my returning members, welcome back. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Very simple, very easy. It does take practice, so if you are starting out, give yourself some grace. It will become easier as you go along in your journey. So yes, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, y'all, so we are starting off at the top here. I've already done the back. This retie took me a couple of days because I split it up. I started late the night before, and y'all, I was sleepy, so I started back the next day. So I'm using this product, the Shine and Jam Conditioning Gel in Extra Hold. Is good for braids, locks, twists, anything like that. I'm using this today instead of my OG Natural All twisting paste. I still love that product. She is not gone. Honestly, I just forgot to order that from Amazon. So I went to my local beauty supply store to pick this up. And I still wanted to try something different too, because I've been using that for the longest on my reties. So we're gonna be trying it out today. So I did that along my part and straightened it up a little bit. Now I'm going in with this front piece here, and I like to twist any loose flyaway hairs. I'm using my crochet hook as well. These products will be listed in my Amazon storefront. So for my reties, I like to do the 2-point rotation, and we are going in 2 directions. So there's a 3-point rotation and there's a 4. I use the 2 because it allows your lock to swell up to the maximum potential. So this way is not the way you want to go because it creates a Y. So what you're gonna look for is an H, if that makes sense. I called it a Y in the past, but it actually looks like an H when you are going through with the hook. So this will be a perfect example here, and just a minute on the next lock. But for my rotation, depending on which way I ended last, you definitely do not want to go in the same way. If you go in the same way you went last time, you're going to create holes in your locks. And don't worry, they are repairable, but at the same time, you want to try to avoid holes in your locks because it can just lead to issues down the road. So I'm just wrapping my flyaway hairs here. And as you can see, this is not the way to go, but if I go this way, it creates that little H. You see the 2 lines on both sides of the hook? That's exactly what you want to look for. So that is the way I need to go. So now I can go top to bottom, and then I'm going to go from my face towards the back of my head. Now I'm on the right side of my head, so when I'm on the left, I'll start up and down and then front back. We'll get there in a minute, but not the right way here. This is the perfect way to go. You see that H? That's the way we're gonna go. Now I can go top to bottom and then continue the rotation. We're only going in 2 directions. Now, if I do notice that a part is crooked, I will go in and lightly try to straighten that part out. You don't want to rip or tear at your hair, but sometimes it is necessary. Sometimes you do have to, in quote, pop your locks if they are marrying together to maintain the parts. But this is the way we're going, and then top to bottom. So it's easy to get the hang of. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty much smooth sailing. Now the back of your head can be a little bit difficult, especially starting out, because you're gonna have a lot of marrying at the root. But just get you like a 3-way mirror. Some people hook up their phone to their TV to see the back of their head. Me, I just like to work with 2 mirrors. So I have a huge mirror in my room, and then I'll set one up in front of me and just go that way so I can watch TV. But whatever floats your boat, whatever works will work. It can be difficult seeing where you ended up last on the back of your head. So sometimes you have to feel for that H, or you can even feel the Y. The Y is the way you don't want to go, where it's just 1 piece on each side of the tool. But once you see those 2 lines, which is the H, once you feel it, sometimes you can feel it. That's the way you want to go. I can say though that I do really like this product. It's super light, and as you can see, it doesn't leave any residue at all. Now it doesn't have as much of a hold as the natural all twisting paste that I always use, so I don't really like that part about that. So in the future, I more than likely will continue using my natural all, but this was a good, nice thing to switch up and try. If you don't like something with as, you know, firm a hold as a twisting paste, then I would definitely recommend this. Both great products, but it just really depends on, you know, what you're feeling that day. But the natural all twisting paste, it laid my hair down all the way. Y'all, my hair is thick and it's on the coarser side, so I need extra hold. I probably should have did a comparison, but if you check out my previous retie videos, I use a natural all twist and paste there, and you can see the difference. You can definitely see the difference. Now, although I don't really care about my parting as much, that primarily goes for in the back. The front, she still got to be crispy. Now for my middle part, I went in and straightened her up, but I could have done a little bit more, but I was like, you know what, it's all right. So we're gonna keep moving. This is the last row on the right side of my head, and I'm just gonna let you keep watching as some chill music plays. I always try to end my rotations going down so my hair can lay that way, and it's not always able to happen that way. And y'all, I actually thought that was my middle part, but this is my middle part. What in the world? So I'm definitely gonna go in and make sure this one is straight. But yes, don't force your reties or your rotations any more than what they can go. Sometimes you won't be able to complete full rotations, as in up, down, left, right. Sometimes you'll end in the left, right position. I would rather end that way instead of forcing it another half rotation, because that can lead to breakage and thinning over time. You definitely don't want that. But yes, I did make sure the middle part was straight. I don't know why I thought that other one was my middle part. It kind of looked like it from that position. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I do for my reties. Nothing special, nothing fancy. You definitely want to make sure you wrap those flyaways around. And if you have frizz, y'all, that's a part of the process. Enjoy that frizz while you got it, because when I tell you, once you hit 15, 16 months, it's gonna be gone. So please enjoy it while you got it. I absolutely miss mine. I adored it. But yeah, I still love my locks. But frizz, you can wrap it, you can do whatever at the root, but it is a part of the process. And if you're nervous or hesitant about doing your reties, your own like self-maintenance, don't be. Anybody can do anything. You can do anything. Anything that you put your mind to, it literally just takes time, practice, and effort. And once you get the hang of it, you're gonna be like, I could have been doing this the whole time. Yes, ma'am, or yes, sir, you definitely could have. Don't ever underestimate yourself. You're more than capable to do anything that you put your mind to. And y'all, I am so sorry about my camera. It did not appear to be doing this as I was filming. Y'all, my screen is so tiny. It's not an excuse because I am getting a larger screen so I can see any imperfections, but this was brutal to watch back editing. But I was like, I told them I'm getting a retie video out. So if I was gonna put it out, y'all was gonna have to wait about another 2 months. So I was like, don't want to go back on my word, but I hope it's not too bad, y'all. It's just the focus. The focus is going crazy as my hand gets closer to the screen, and my aperture was super low. So aperture is basically the blurriness in the background, or the bokeh, and I had it on like a 2.8, and being that I was not far enough away from the wall, it was just doing too much. So it's all my fault. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that there, but this will not be happening again, so I do apologize. I don't really use clips on my hair anymore to separate because I don't have as much frizziness as I used to. So that's been a pleasure. But if I need any hairs to be laid down, sometimes I add a little bit more product on that part just to lay everything down. But as you can see, since I'm on the left side of my head, I do my rotation from the center of my head going downwards, and then from the front of my face to the back. That way, if the rotation doesn't end going downwards, at least it'll be ending going away from my face. My reties now on average take about 8 hours or a little sooner. And I'm like, oh, okay, we're getting faster. Like, I'm loving it. It definitely comes with time. As your hair matures, as well as your parts stay consistent, it will get faster. I am a living testimony to that because I'm like, not trying to spend 3 and 4 days doing my reties. That's not 3 and 4 days for me beginning out, maybe 2, cutting it in half, but now I can finish it in a day. And I'm like, okay, let's get to going. I don't dread it. I never did, but like sometimes I would just push out my reties because I'm like, don't want to be doing that this weekend. I can go another week. And I don't know what it is about a good fresh retie. It just feels so good. It feels excellent. Beginning out of my journey, I was retying every 4 weeks, every 4 to 5, pretty much 5 on average, just making sure that I keep up with a consistent maintenance schedule. Now I go probably every 2 months. Sometimes I push it a little further, depending on how fast my hair is growing. I have noticed that if I oil my scalp more, my hair does grow faster. It grows faster in that certain time period versus when I barely do anything to my hair. I've been slacking a little bit lately, so that's my fault. But I've been getting back on it, especially with oiling my scalp and my locks. But yes, definitely want to make sure you stick to that hydration routine as well, because your hair is definitely gonna need it. Mine does. So she was telling me too, she was like, girl, what are you doing? I said, you know what, you're right, let me get back to it. But we're just finishing up on the last lock here, and then I will show you guys the finished product. Alright guys, so that was just a glimpse of how I do my reties. I do the 2-point rotation as mentioned before. My retie time has been cut down significantly. It does not take me nearly as long as it used to, especially in the beginning of my journey. Now I want to say on average it takes me about 8 hours. I don't really care too much about the parting anymore. I know, right? Coming from me. But as time goes on, you know, it's just something, especially in the back, I don't really have to straighten those up anymore. But honestly, something that I've noticed is that my parts don't really get as crooked as they used to in the beginning of my journey because I don't have any frizz anymore. I don't have as much marrying at the root, which is such a relief because when I tell you, the marrying at the roots, that's a different ball game. But I don't really have that too much anymore. So as I was going through, I noticed that my parts were pretty much already still defined. I'm like, okay, it's been like that for the last good bit of reties and I have been enjoying it. I'm approaching 3 years locked on October 12th this year. Like, I cannot believe that. I can't believe it. And y'all see the growth. I feel like I'm kind of stuck in this period right now where it's kind of just like right above my armpit and it's not really creeping anymore right now. But when you look in the back, she's kind of approaching bra strap almost. She's already down the back. So you don't know who I am. It's not you about to know. You don't know because we've reached that point. I'm gonna do a 3-year lock update, so I'll go into detail more so on that video about all of the changes that I've witnessed, what I've been experiencing since I did my color, detail things like that, and I'll show pictures as well, you know, going from beginning up until now so you can really see the transformation. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below. Did this help you out? I hope so. But I do hope, if you haven't already, that you do like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss any more uploads from me, and I will check you guys in the next one. Bye.